I did want to ask you about like smartphone adoption as well in Poland. Like,
Yeah.
it, you said there's a lot more people buying like macOS systems now. So is the same thing happening with iPhones, or is that
Oh
just
yeah.
way too expensive still?
Yeah, no. It's something like when I was in high school, when someone had iPhone, it was like, oh, this rich kid has an iPhone. But right now it's more like, oh, you have an iPhone too? Great. We can just connect with each other easily with iMessage. No, not and not anyone is using iMessage, to be honest, in Poland. Everyone is using Messenger from Facebook. But yeah,
Oh,
it's still getting more popular in Poland. Uh, and on the other hand, Android is losing a good portion of the market due to iOS. And it's also, I think, because it's way simpler. People just like to have things working, and iOS can have this. Uh, Android also can, but many companies just have this bloated Android experience. On iOS, you do not have this. And the market is growing for the iOS and for Mac. Uh, it's dangerous territory because we can have the another Windows situation. Uh, but it's growing right now, and we can do nothing to stop it. Uh, at least now, because I know that the market was growing really good for the iOS in Poland, but then the dollar went really weird situation when dollar was something like 5 zlotys in Poland. Uh, it was really high price, and then Apple decided to change their prices in Polish zlotys. It was like 1.5 more expensive after those changes. And when the dollar went down, they didn't change their prices.
right.
So it was more expensive in Poland than it was in United States or any other country. And yeah, this was the moment that not a lot of people were buying the Apple stuff. But right now it kinda went off because of the inflation and all the other stuff. And you are having almost the same prices. So yeah, almost nothing can stop Apple right now to grow in developing countries, I think.
So one thing I that we do here now is basically every single school here, like laptops and tablets are like a big part of education. Has that started happening in Poland as well, or not yet?
I mean, last year, our party gave to all of the students laptops. I don't know if this year they want to do this again because another party went through charge about of the country, but they were trying to do something about the laptops. Not really good right now. Uh, yeah, there was also this whole remote lessons, the remote teaching everyone when the COVID happened. But I know a lot of people that was during those classes, online classes. They haven't learned nothing. They could just play the games online while this happened, and our government, I think, noticed that, and they didn't really want this to be as long as possible. They wanted us to go back to school as when it was safe, but also as fast as possible. So not really happening in Poland right now, at least. They try to do something about this to have people using their laptops, their tablets, or whatever for education, but it's not like they need to do this. We are still more using books, traditional books, to learn anything than anything other than that.
I think there's a lot of value in both approaches. Like, I,
Yeah.
the problem you have if everybody's using laptops, and this is a problem that I was luckily towards the tail end of it becoming a problem. Like when I was in school, it was very much a mix of bookwork and then certain things we would do with laptops. It's like, hey, we have to make a presentation and like talk about it. If we're writing like a long essay, we would do that on a computer. But a lot of other stuff was still bookwork. But I have younger nephews and nieces who are like, like 5 to 10 years old, and they're pretty much entirely doing stuff on tablets now. And I
Yeah.
worry for whether or not handwriting is going to stick around like after like one or two more generations. Like it's as more like as like more documentation, like bills, all of this stuff gets done entirely online, there becomes less of a reason for people to need to handwrite. And I don't know where that's going to go. So I think there's still a lot of value in the approach that Poland has here. But I do think there's also a lot of
Yeah.
value in having like a device that makes it very easy to research topics as well. Like you can do a lot more with that than you can by getting people to like go to a library to find like answers to something you've got them to look for.
Yeah, I think the same because I can't remember when there was a last time I tried to handwrite something. I think it was in the school. Right now, I don't have a need to do this. Uh, and fortunately, my little brother needs to do this. They don't have any laptop or tablet provided by the government. But when there was this 1 year when they tried to give the laptops to the people, there was a Windows laptop that they gave to them. So it was not the best solution, I think, because those laptops were really underpowered. At least some of them. There was three types of laptops. One of them was really underpowered using Windows 11. So you know how it will end up in about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They will need to replace those laptops. It's just electronic trash that you will need to waste, go and throw to the bin.
Mm-hmm.
I think the books are better solution right now that because they are it's not like you can throw them out of the window after 2 years because yeah it's too slow to do anything on them.
Mm-hmm.
You can still learn from them after those 2 years. I don't really like the solution to have one tablet or laptop to have everything, to learn everything from this, especially because I know a lot of people that could probably break this. So if you are not using some closed sourced Android modified version of your tablet for your students, they will break it. On the other hand, when they have the book, what they can write something on this book, but they can break it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. People really break stuff really easily, especially when there are little kids that are wondering how the world works. They try to do a lot of things. I think now it's in a good state. We are still learning a lot of things about the computers in Poland because we have the information technology classes, something like that. Of course, it's kind of weird because my friend was learning Pascal language, for example, in the school
What year?
3 years ago.
3.
3 years ago, something like that. And I was like, what? Why are you learning Pascal in your school? But okay. When I went to the school that was supposed to teach me something about the computers, more directed to this, I was learning C++ and JavaScript. So yeah, okay, it's up to date when it comes to the directed schools, but when it comes to the normal school, yeah, they're learning Pascal or C or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it works. They still get the idea how the software is written. It doesn't matter what language is it. It's the best of two worlds, I would say, for now.